Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
And welcome
To the Homestead.
Okay, so we got some kind of quick updates to do. We've been super busy with getting some stuff done before we go back to work. So we're just gonna kind of show you everything that we've gotten completed, and yeah. I guess first of all, we will start off with our pleasant surprise that we had yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah. So I was out of town, and I get this text message from Dave, and it's a video, and I will show you the video right here.
We got some chickies. Lots of chickies. Lots of baby chickies. I'm going to have to gather them up. I'm going to do that right now. No baby chicks. There's so many of them. Very, very lively little bunch.
So we didn't even know that.
He threw stuff at you.
Yeah, that hurt. Ow. We didn't even know that we even had a broody hen. We do have hens that like to go under our deck, so we're assuming that she was one of those hens.
Yeah, I've had a look around and I can't physically find any nest.
Yeah, like where it happened.
Where it happened.
So, pleasant surprise. We've been incubating eggs for other people since the spring, and actually we were saying that after we're done incubating eggs for other people, that
we'll do a batch for ourselves.
Do our own, and we didn't have to because we got.
I believe there is 10. Because I counted them this morning, but there might be 12.
There might be 12. 10 to 12.
Yeah, I guarantee counted 10, but I'm not 100% if there's more.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. So anyways, we put them in the brooder house. Yeah, maybe we'll pop in there and show you quickly how they're doing a couple of days in. And we got the broody mom in there too, so she's not too happy about,
Well, she's calmed down a little bit. She wasn't happy at first, but I think she's calmed down a little bit now. Like she.
Yeah. So what did you have to do to collect them?
Well, I grabbed the cardboard box, and then I was trying to figure out which way to collect them because I was like, so I tried to hem the mom first, but then the chicks disappeared. So I was like, okay, well, and so I started collecting the chicks, but the mom was attacking me, which that would make sense. So I managed to collect them all up. I put them all in a box. I closed the box up. It had a couple holes in it so they could still breathe. Put a little bit of food in it. And then I grabbed the mother first, and I took the mother over to the brooder house, put the mother in there, and then I brought the box of chicks over. Mm-hmm. And silly me didn't count them when they were in the box. Because all I was thinking about was getting them.
You're in panic mode.
Well, not really panic mode, but...
You're panicking.
Not really.
It's okay. He panics easy.
I wasn't panicking.
So we think that the mom is the same mom from last fall, late fall, when we discovered one lone chick with the mom. Actually, I will put the credit to Poppy because she was barking and letting us know something was up, and we should have listened to her sooner, and we were leaving for work, and then this one little chick appeared. So if you've watched us for a while, you remember that one little chick, and she grew up and she's with the rest of the flock. So we think the mom is the same one.
Ever since that point, as soon as we're done with laying chicks, we clean out the brooder house and have it ready
Yeah.
for if something like this came along. So when the one thing I didn't have to do when I gathered up the chicks was make sure the brood. All I had to do was turn a lamp on basically, and put fresh water in there and food.
Yeah.
All the bedding was already done, so all I did was dump them in there and then filled up water and gave them some food. So it
So,
was,
lesson learned, always be prepared.
yeah.
And this is exactly how chicken math happens. If you tried to plan this, it would never happen or never work. So, um,
Yeah, because we see broody hens not all the time, but like 3 or 4 times over the summer or over the year, realistically, not just the summer. Um, but I always go and look at them. But the ones that you find and see never seem to do anything.
yeah, yeah.
So the ones that are out of sight, you don't check on, seem to do well.
Well, it's like
So
we've put eggs under broody hens and nothing has
Yeah.
happened. And you know, but then it's like we didn't even know this one was broody and we didn't even know where she was, and then
yeah,
all of a sudden, surprise. Anyways, without further ado, let's go check out the chicks.
my poppy woppy, my poppy woppy. Hi, Daddy. Hi, brother. Hi, brother. Hi, brother. Hi, brother. Hey! Hi, sheepies.
There's a couple chicks on her.
Yeah, they jump up on top of her. I noticed that the other day when I first put them in, which is kind of cool. There's yeah, there's 3 exactly dark ones, like the golden color ones, and then all the rest are blonde.
Yeah, they got some neat markings.
Yeah, they're gonna be a cool little bunch, I think.
So yeah, they are happy and healthy and full of energy. We haven't lost any. They look really good. And she seems to be a good mom. So the one thing we learned from the last time that we had a surprise chick is that keeping the mom with them actually kind of makes our lives a lot easier because she looks after them, makes sure that they're eating and drinking, and it's kind of less hands-on for us. So that's why we put them with the mom.
Plus, I don't want to separate them because if you separate them, she might not do a good job the next time she hatches out eggs.
That's true. So, yeah. So far, because she seems to be a good mom, we're just kind of leaving her. But if there's any signs that she's not going to be a good mom, then we will remove her. But yeah, everybody seems to be happy. Okay, so another kind of big addition to the farm is...
We have 3
sheeps. So the black one, her name is Safi. And she's a lamb. She's 4 months old, 5 months old.
Yes.
And so we got her from a friend of ours who has a farm just down the road. So she is she's a Dorper Katahdin cross, so she's still a hair sheep. She just looks a little bit different than our purebred Katahdins. I'll get out of the way here because they're over here. So, and they bonded really well. The three of them, really enjoy each other's company. They follow each other around. The first day was a little stressful because she was...
First couple of days were
because Safi was removed from a bigger herd. But she seems to be really happy now, and the other sheep seem to really like her too. So, yeah, they're everybody's getting along. It's good. Sheepies. Sheepies. Susie. Susie.
So if I bought a bucket in here, they would have come right away.
Are you gonna come over? Are you gonna come over?
Bah!
Are you gonna come over?
You're not a sheep. Bah.
Are you gonna come over? No? You're a bit shy? When the camera's off, they would come right over and, want pets and everything. So they're just making me look like a liar right now. Anyways. Dave wants to talk about and show you kind of in detail. I know I did mention it in the last video a little bit, but I didn't really show you in detail. But he wants to kind of show you in detail the extra fencing that we did do this year and how big it actually is. So here we go. Mr. Bailey, good boy. He's a good boy.
Alright. So we're gonna do some laying down, right? See it? And a rubber belly. Because he's goofy.
Mr. Goofy. Such a good boy. Mr. Floofer.
Thanks. Oh, here. Wah.
Mr. Floof.
You're allergic? You're allergic to me.
Such a goofer. Bless you.
You're allergic to being upside down? Alright, come on, Goofy. Let's go this way. So we started a new fence line, which is right here, and it goes all the way over to the other side. We used to have, a little bit further down here, we used to have a fence that used to come across at this point.
So we left the corner post in case we need to...
I have to put it back in, but like there used to be a fence going all the way down, but when I put the new fence up, the animals didn't like to be on this side and not be able to, the only one entrance basically into the yard. So this ends up to being 3-strand electric plus the...
There's four. There's
Is there
four here.
Okay,
yeah.
4-strand electric plus the page wire fence. The electric is just basically for the dogs. But it basically goes all the way back into the field.
So just as a side note, we use these step-ins. They're incredibly handy and they're incredibly cheap. And what we use them for is if in some sections the line's a little too close, they're really good for adjusting the line out. And the reason they're called step-ins is because you literally step on them to get them in the ground. and you can adjust them without, like a T-post pound or anything like that. Super handy.
Yeah, I just put them in too because one of the other things is I don't really like them connected to the T-post, so you can get T-post clips. I do have a couple around here that are on T-post clips, but it keeps it too close to the wire. Um, so yeah, if I put more solid posts in, like cedar posts, I would have put more insulators. But so basically, the whole stretch now, like basically this new part is basically about 2 acres.
About two and
Of
a half ish.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd say 2 acres. Yeah, I think it's about 2 acres to be fair. It's about half an acre where the old pen is.
So it runs. It's hard to tell. We've got some of the step-ins at an angle there, just because the line didn't want to sit properly.
Well, it's more the fence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rock through there, and I wasn't able to get posts in there. That's why I did some wood posts and then some T-posts.
Yeah, it was super rocky through here. Even though it doesn't look like it would be, it was. Mr. Bailey.
Door stick. This looks like a Bailey stick. There you go. There you go.
So the goats have followed us back here. So you want to give us a goat update?
Yeah, we have 2 goats. One's a female, the small one, and one's a male, which is a wether, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not very old. They're goofy. They don't really do goaty things.
Not yet, anyway.
They started, realistically, they have started, but we've had them for probably a month now. And they've just started to like come out and eat some of the grass and stuff and go and do their own thing.
They're a little shy.
Yeah.
They're not badly behaved. They're just a little shy.
Yeah, they don't bother with the fence or anything, which I was surprised because all the goats that I've ever seen or heard about, they all climb fences. But these ones are pretty decent. And Bailey loves his stick that I gave him.
He's sharpening his teeth. That's a nice stick, Mr. Bailey.
Anything that I end up giving him, he loves it.
We find that these sheep are actually really good munchers. They eat like stuff that you'd think that goats would be only interested in. But lately, they've been spending a lot of their day back here, and they rarely come back to the barnyard.
Yeah. Well, they've cleaned up a lot, dude. Like, it does look like a lot of overgrowth, but if you think about this overgrowth,
well, you couldn't see through in
like,
here.
You couldn't see through here, and you might not be able to see through there on the camera, but they're just loving. Munching with the sheep.
So our sheep experience has been absolutely wonderful. We find that all 3 of them are extremely docile, extremely friendly, and laid back. They go in the barn every night. They come up for pets. Not that I ever thought that sheep were actually aggressive, but it kind of surprised me how easygoing and friendly they are. And not saying that goats aren't friendly, but I find the goats to be a little bit more stubborn. Bailey just went running by me. But anyways, the sheep are super laid back and they're cool. And it's been a great experience.
So this section from basically that H brace I put in all the way across here is basically all rocks. I put a couple of H braces in between, but we're talking like giant rocks here, as you can see, and there's rocks all around. So that's why I threw the T-posts in where I could. The step-ins are in where they are, just to basically help it out. And fence is pretty tight.
Here comes Poppy.
And then, yeah, so this was all overgrown as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't see in here. You couldn't even see the house from here.
This is a nice spot now because you can see the house, you can see everything. I always knew about this area when we first moved in because I came around with the four-wheeler, and it was kind of weird how like this area is like grassy and then there's rock.
Yeah. Here comes Bailey.
Just down here in this corner, if they're still there, are our meat turkeys.
Okay, let's show them the meat turkeys.
If Bailey doesn't scare them off. You pop. Oh yeah, they're over here. Come on. Let's see the meat turkeys.
There they are.
So they just got free range, do whatever they want.
They've actually eaten the majority of the grass.
Yeah, most of this this was all overgrown through here.
As tall as what those...
As tall as this.
Yeah.
And they're like lawnmowers. I didn't realize till this year on how much they actually eat. And it's great because we want this all cleared up anyway and grass to grow through. But they're getting bigger, friendlier. We have 10, we started with 11. But I think something happened to one, I don't know.
Well, we got a freebie from the hatchery.
Yes.
So we didn't pay for the 11, we only paid for 10.
But it disappeared. I don't know whether it was the smallest one of the bunch. I would say it was the runt.
But they're getting quite big, so I think their butcher date is September 28th.
Yeah, the end of the month or something.
So
I started bulking them up with the meat grower and...
But they're starting to fan out. You know they're getting big when they're starting to fan out.
They're getting really big. So.
And we haven't been feeding them.
No, I just started the last week giving them turkey grower.
But up until then, when they got out to the pen, they were just eating grass. So I think they're doing quite well for not really. And they only get like a handful of turkey growers, not like they're getting it.
No, I feed everyone along the fence line and they come around running.
They'll get a couple bites and that's it, really.
Once they're getting closer to butcher date, probably for the next, the last 4 weeks, give them extra food, so everyone will get extra food. But they seem to be doing alright, healthy birds.
I have a puppy.
Hi, pups.
Such a good girl. Yeah. Come on, pups. So we have floor line over here.
Yeah.
And so you see that little red handle there. We put in, that's a shutoff for the new section that we did because the old section used to end right there, as you can see. And then we have another shutoff on the deck
that shuts everything down.
That shuts everything down. So, and the reason that we did that is so that we can troubleshoot quickly if there's a problem with the lines or whatever without having to go and unplug the charger and all that stuff. So it just kind of makes...
And it gives me good test points because I can turn this one off and then I can test the line and see if there's a fault in this area and then find it. This makes it finding the fault pretty quick.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of birds in here in this new section. The birds really like being in here.
This used to be the old fence here that came through. And all along here was all overgrowth like this.
Yeah.
And so they devoured it right back. And now if there wasn't, I'll probably go in and thin out the trees a little bit just because there's so many close together. But yeah, it's a nice little bit of grass now. And that will help next year when it grows through, it will grow better. Hey, Pops. And the turkeys are now wandering back out to grass.
Yep.
Our floofy feet.
Yeah, our floofy feet. Floofy feet and then chubby cheeks beside her. So yeah, we left the T-posts in case we ever need to close off this area again. Because we were kind of indecisive about taking out the old fence.
Yeah, well, I left all the T-posts in, so now realistically, if I really want to, I could put 4 lines across here.
Yeah.
And separate it if I need to, if I find that I need to do that for...
Maybe just to preserve the grass a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And, but I don't think next year we're going to do meat turkeys. I think we're going to take a year off.
Yeah, because the meat turkeys really devour the land.
Yes.
One of the reasons why there's no grass over here is because last year the turkeys absolutely decimated it and it never came back. And here comes the goaties. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Gary. They're curious, but they're shy. Hi, Gemma.
You want to show everyone where you go and hide?
Oh, yeah. You gotta... So, Poppy has a spot. So this rock, you could never see it because it was covered with overgrowth. And everyone's eating it down. So you can actually see the rock. But Poppy has a little hiding spot.
Yeah, she gets down right there.
Right in there.
It's just a bunch of rocks together.
It's a little hole. Anytime she hears if she hears a noise, she sticks her head up, looks around, then goes back in there again. You can't see her from the house.
No, it's just a little dugout, so basically what it is this tree that fell down like a few years ago with like the first storm we ever had, used to be right on top of it. So basically when it fell down, it took the root system and dirt with it. So now there's a little hole burrow, which actually looks quite neat. So you come over here with the camera.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's just like a little den where the root has lifted. And this is where she goes and hides. Nice and cool. Little spot.
Yep. Well, you can show them what we did to the front.
We redid the front pen at the front of the house because it looked crappy when we moved. Well, when we first moved in, there was an old fence line, and then we had an elderly dog that was deaf and blind, so we were trying to find a place that
we could let her out at night without her wandering off or animals getting her.
So
So we redid it. So we used those I think they're called X Pen, those metal panels you can get for puppies or whatever. That was originally they weren't that tall.
They were only 3 feet tall, not even 3 feet tall. I think it's 2.
Yeah, so we'd use that when we first moved here, just to kind of throw up and just so that Daphne had a spot to go, and it worked, but it was ugly. So we tore it all out and started over.
I graded it, redid the garden, made a new bed.
So it's hard to tell in this video, but the house is lower than the road. And we were having trouble with the grade. In the spring and in the fall, this pen would become super wet and muddy. So before we put the new fence up, we had to change the grade. So originally, and I'll show you when we go around the front, but originally there used to be, when you came out the front door, there was to the ground, it was this much. Well, now we made the soil go right up to the sill of the door. So just so that we could have a grade for the water. So we made a raised bed. These are dogwoods. We did it this way to match the raised bed on the other side.
Yeah, and then there'll be a stairs also.
Yeah, he wants to put stairs, so the same way that the stairs are over there, he wants to put stairs coming that way. So we did the raised bed, and I'll bring you around the front. So we did a little kind of trench. It's hard to see from that angle. So
we'll be digging it out a little bit more, and
so we just did a wee little trench, just to help with the water.
I'll be making an actual culvert through there at some point, but for now that will work.
So he did this fence very decorative, and I think it looks great. And then my aunt and I redid the gardens in here, put new rocks through there. So we did that side.
And then I eventually want to put sod in here too.
Yeah, well, it's too late now in the year.
No, it's too late in the year. But.
So we did that little garden there. And then the other day, with some stone from the field, and my aunt had these decorative little pea stone type things, I made this trail to the gate. And it definitely looks nicer in person than what it does on the camera. I don't know, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's just a little trail, go from the door to the gate. We don't have a gate here because we don't want people coming over to use the front door per se, but the gate, we do have a sliding door over there, but the gate is mainly so that we can get into the pen from the inside. So,
or if we let dog eat in the morning and we decide to work outside and dog's still out here, Nova.
Yeah.
I can just come and let her save going through the house again.
So we replaced the fence here as well. And we moved the dogwood tree that used to be over the end over there. We put it here. So we did the fence here. And then our main driveway entrance, because we parked the buses down there. So we made this. It's decorative but also functional. Mainly just to keep our vehicles and trailers safe. But yeah, so Dave made these fences, and then I planted that is a Wigelia bush. So I planted one there and I planted another over there. And then at night, so we have solar lanterns on the posts and they light up. And then we also have spotlights, one there and one there that are solar and they shine onto the fence at night. I'll put a picture in here to show you what it looks like. But just kind of adds a nicer look to it. We're going to continue the fence. We haven't, but we're going to continue the fence along.
Yeah, I haven't decided. It's going to be a cage wire fence, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to continue the rails from the corner there up to this point and do it all the way across. I haven't made my mind up. I think that's probably likely what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's likely going to happen next year.
Yeah. We have done a lot this year.
I've done too much this year. In between stuff around here and then other people's fences, because that's what I do. So, yeah.
So yeah, it's been the year of fencing.
Yeah, it'll probably be the next couple of years of fencing. Adding.
It looks good though. I like how this entrance looks.
Yeah, well this year this will probably get finished and it's probably actually going to be driveway redoing next year. That's probably one of the things that's going to be on the agendas, just to freshen up the driveways, and because we kind of just threw these driveways in just to quickly do something, but
Still looks good though.
it looks good, but we're probably going to just freshen it up, extend that one down there. Now we've got the new fence in, and
Then we got Bailey's sign
yeah.
up properly. Not that it wasn't proper before, but it was hard to see. Now you can't miss it. And smile, you're on camera, because you are. So yeah, we're really happy how this turned out. I think it looks great. Good job, Dave.
Yay, Dave.
Well, that's our video. Thanks for watching. Just kind of, I'm sorry that we didn't film
Yeah, a lot of
all
it
of the
because-
stuff that we did because we were just in a rush to get it done. And when you're trying to film what you're doing, it takes like twice as long. So
Plus some of the work I was ending up doing by myself. You were off or I
Yeah.
was off. So
we're
like,
just kind of little bits here and there. So
and it's hard when you're just one person filming. It's not too bad when both of us are here.
yeah, but even then it's hard to do. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't film the process, but it would have been pretty boring, to be honest. It just takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming. So
I think it would have been fun having a video watching me tear down the old fence,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
because I just drove tractor into it.
Anyways, that is all that's kind of new going on the farm, and yeah. So
I'm sure there's gonna be a few extra other changes before winter, but
probably. We weren't even planning on doing the front pen, and then surprise, we did.
I was kind of hoping I would get it done this year. But
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
see ya.